The American education system. We have grown up with this system. It is a system that is supposed to bring out the most and the best educated people in the world. The American education system has a long history with some pros and some cons. In total, 7 people have said that the American education system is good, while some people have said that it is not. A total of 12 people have said that the American education system can be improved, while one person says that it does not. A whopping 9 people think that we can change and or model our education system to be similar to other countries, while 3 people do not think so. School isn't very important, but we can do better. Now, onto the meat and history of our education. On educationnews.com, published on April 16, 2013, American Public Education and Origin Story, retrieved on April 9, 2018. It talks about how the American education system was modeled after the Prussian common school system. And it was created by Horace Mann in the mid-19th century. Horace Mann also helped make the standardization of public schools, public school curricula, and the homogenization of public schools. Skipping over a century and a lot of more stuff, we get to the time when between the 1950s and 1960s where we start the desegregation of the schools, and successfully. And now everyone can get a semi-decent education. And during the 2000s, we start implementing Common Core, but we'll get to that soon. Now to a short and brief description of Common Core. Common Core was created during the early and mid-2000s as a combination with the No Child Left Behind Act, or the NCLBA. On the subject of Common Core, Jaden Lane in 2014 in the book Common Core Standards, Backgrounds and Issues, first edition, on page 54, writes, the purpose of this state-led initiative is to create a rigorous set of standards that states can voluntarily adopt. The standards are crafted to define the knowledge and skills students should have within their K-12 education. K-12 education careers, so they graduate from high school and be able to succeed in entry-level credit-bearing academic college courses and workforce training programs. Common Core is, of course, optional for some states. Some states opt in and opt out of Common Core. So some people just don't choose to do it. Common Core is somewhat controversial. With some people saying that it's good as it is, some people saying that it needs to do more, some people saying that it needs to be do. Never mind. Some people say it needs to do more, some people say it needs to do less, and some people just say we should just get rid of it outright. Now, and these are all the states that have opted in. Green for opted in, red for like have not, and gray that just got rid of it. And then, now to American education system and how it fares compared to the rest of the world. Drew DeSilver on February 15, 2017 from the Pew Research Center concluded a study that America is an unimpressive 38th out of 71 countries in math and 24th in science. There are charts and graphs that show the best and worst countries in terms of education. It goes from the very smart, like Japan, Singapore, the Korean peninsula, anywhere around there, to the very uneducated countries like Kosovo. I have no idea what Kosovo was before this, so. In science, the average score for 15-year-olds taking the 2015 program for International Student Assessment is 496, making us a point above France, second France, like France, and Norway being 2 points ahead of us, with Singapore being the best. In mathematics, so we have a total of 476 points, tying us with Israel, and Slovakia being 5 points ahead of us, and Singapore still being the best. In reading, we are 497 points, making us tie with Taiwan and putting us above Spain. And with, you guessed it, Singapore being the first and the best. And on that depressing note, school is very important, but we can do better. I hope you have been informed to the best of my abilities. I hope that you can possibly take something, and I hope that you can possibly take something positive from all this.